The Oklahoma City Thunder just made one of the most surprising off-season moves in recent memory, and it has fans talking coast to coast. Josh Giddey, one of the cornerstones of OKC's young core, is officially headed to Chicago. That's right. The Thunder traded the 21-year-old Aussie sensation to the Bulls, sending shockwaves through the NBA landscape. But Giddey's response? Pure class. Before we break down what this means for both teams and the league as a whole, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more exclusive NBA coverage, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Is this trade a win for Chicago, or will OKC regret letting Giddey walk? Now, let's get into it. Josh Giddey was taken with the 6th overall pick in the 2021 NBA Draft by the Thunder. And ever since, he's been one of the most intriguing young players in the league. A 6'8" playmaker with elite court vision and a high basketball IQ, Giddey quickly established himself as a triple-double threat every night. He became the youngest player in NBA history to record back-to-back triple-doubles and brought a flair to OKC's rebuild that was impossible to ignore. But despite the flashy stats and impressive development, it became increasingly clear that Giddey's fit alongside Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was complicated. While Giddey's passing and creativity were never in question, his shooting struggles and defensive liabilities raised concerns, especially in the playoffs. The Thunder are aiming to win now, and with Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams also developing rapidly, the window is opening faster than expected. In that context, the Thunder made a bold decision. They shipped Giddey to the Chicago Bulls in exchange for Alex Caruso, one of the best perimeter defenders in the game, and a perfect complementary piece for a contending roster. While it's tough to part ways with a player as talented as Giddey, OKC is clearly betting on fit and defense over potential. But here's what's making headlines. Josh Giddey didn't react with bitterness or shade. In fact, his response was all love. Giddey took to the media to express nothing but gratitude for his time in Oklahoma City. He said he has no hard feelings, no resentment, and actually still enjoys watching the Thunder play. For a 21-year-old being traded from the only team he's ever known, that's a mature and composed reaction. He gave a shout-out to his former teammates, the front office, and most importantly, the OKC fans who supported him from day one. And let's be real, Thunder fans had every reason to fall in love with Giddey. From his crafty passes to his unselfish approach and basketball savvy, he played the game the right way. His connection with the OKC community ran deep, and even in his departure, he showed exactly why he earned their respect. Now let's look at the flip side, the Chicago Bulls. This is a franchise in desperate need of a shakeup. With Lonzo Ball still sidelined indefinitely, DeMar DeRozan aging, and Zach LaVine's future uncertain, Chicago needed a new direction. Giddey offers just that. He gives them a high-upside young guard who can control the offense, make plays for others, and inject some energy into a team that's been treading water in the Eastern Conference. The Bulls have a decision to make. Do they go all in on a youth movement, or do they try to compete now with a retooled roster? With Giddey on board, the path forward could swing either way, but one thing's certain. Chicago just got a lot more interesting. Back in Oklahoma City, this move is about putting the finishing touches on a championship-caliber roster. Alex Caruso is the kind of gritty, defensive-minded player that championship teams love. He's been battle-tested in big moments, won a title with the Lakers, and brings a tenacity that fits perfectly with OKC's identity. The Thunder already have elite shot creation with SGA, size with Holmgren, and versatility with Jalen Williams. Adding Caruso to the mix gives them a perimeter stopper who can take on the toughest assignments in the Western Conference. This isn't just about X's and O's. It's about sending a message. The Thunder are no longer rebuilding. They're ready to contend, and they're not afraid to make tough decisions to get there. So what does the future look like for Josh Giddey? In Chicago, he'll likely have more freedom to run the offense and showcase his full skill set. Without a dominant ball handler like SGA next to him, Giddey can operate as the primary playmaker. If he can improve his shooting and tighten up defensively, he could absolutely blossom into an all-star. The Bulls are betting big on that potential, and the opportunity is there. But more importantly, Giddey's attitude and maturity are what truly stand out. Not every player takes a trade this well, especially not a player this young. His ability to handle the situation with grace speaks volumes about his character and leadership. Whether he ends up being a long-term piece in Chicago or eventually lands elsewhere, he's already won over fans across the league. And let's not overlook the long-term implications. This trade could go down as one of those rare moves that benefits both teams. OKC gets a perfect defensive piece for a deep playoff run. Chicago gets a young cornerstone with sky-high potential. It's a gamble on both sides, but one that could pay off big time. One thing's for sure, Josh Giddey may be out of Oklahoma City, but he's far from out of the spotlight. If you're rooting for the kid, let us know in the comments. Do you think he'll thrive in Chicago? Or should the Thunder have held on to him a little longer? Smash that like button if you respect how Giddey handled the trade. Subscribe for more NBA insights, and share this with your fellow basketball heads. This offseason is just heating up, and moves like this, they're changing the NBA landscape one trade at a time. Stay locked in.